Now, guys, as I had already told you in the earlier in the video, I'm doing a separate power supply for the Bluetooth module and the Bluetooth module itself, totally separate to the gram. So what I'm using, yes, I've got a box that fits the bill. Actually, it's got a couple too many holes in it, but we're not too worried about that. We need ventilation in it anyway. So transformer mounts in there like so. Your power cable goes in here, and of course we'll put a restraint on it. And our actual power supply, our 5 volts, plus 5 volts and plus 12 volts for our relay, will fit in this side of it. Okay, up in there, somehow like that. I will be putting this board on 4 standoffs as well. Okay, so that'll be that. Now the Bluetooth module itself, I found this funny little angle bracket, and the reason I've got, well, this thing. This is only theoretical. You guys can please comment on this. This is just my way of doing it. It's probably not the correct way. I'm mounting that on top of the box somewhere. Reason being, there's your antenna. I don't want to put, well, you can't put it inside a tin box. It's not going to work. And if I sit this flat down towards, I say on double-sided tape or something like that, towards the, or very close to the metal lid, well, I think it would obstruct the antenna. If I can sit it up like this, we get maximum range. The antenna's up the top, and, well, hopefully that will give us very good range. This should provide 20 to 30 metres range. I don't need this thing dropping out for any reason. There's plenty of room in the stereo, as you saw, in a what is it, 11-103. So there's stacks of room in the cabinet, and this will be mounted a little way away from the other power supply, so we don't get anything happening. Now, there's 2 holes here, and I thought, well, I can use these. We'll drill them out, and I'll be putting in a couple of DIN connectors. There's a 9-pin DIN there, and I'm actually putting in a 3-pin DIN, no, a 4-pin DIN on this side, so they're different. This will be for our power supply and ground, so forth, and this 5-pin DIN will be standard audio, which will come, well, it'll be audio out to our gram. I know it should be a male socket. I don't have one. I've only got females, so unfortunately I'm just using what I've got here. Okay, so, and there's our plugs. 2 DIN plugs, 4-pin, 5-pin. So I'm going to assemble this whole thing. Now I've sort of explained what it is. There is also 4 standoffs being put in this box. These very conveniently go through the vent holes in the bottom of the cabinet of the 103 of the Kriesler. So I can put a small threaded screw and a washer up from underneath and hold this unit down on the bottom of the cabinet. It raises it a little bit so there's air movement, and we're probably not covering up any other holes. There's been one here where there's been a 9-pin in there. There's a couple here. We need air ventilation because we've got a transformer in there. Now that transformer is a 12-volt transformer rated at 500 milliamps. Amples for the job. Actually an overkill for the job. But anyway, that's what we're using. Okay, so there we go. I'll go and drill and screw and get some things mounted up, and I'll be back to show you the end result, and then we can put it in the cabinet once I get the cabinet cleaned up inside it. This is how I set up Bluetooth on this one. Now, this is way different, or how I'm setting it up. I haven't tried it yet, but totally different. I'm not using Manuel's boards. We have enough gain. Well, we hope we have enough gain with our preamp section of this. So in this video, I just wanted to explain how I've done this. We've made a separate power supply. We've got a box here that looks very unusual, extremely unusual. And let's have a bit of a look over it. Now, I've got everything plugged in. Nothing is turned on, so we're all ready to go when the time comes. But first of all, I wanted to show you just what I've done. You don't have to do the same as this. It may help you if you're Bluetoothing 103, but this is just my version of a different sort of Bluetooth. Now, I chose it differently and not Manuel's, as you know, the little circuit boards and everything, because our filament in this particular valve line up here, our 6GW8s and the 12AX7, the whole lot, is isolated from ground. Okay, it's floating ground. Because of hum and lots of reasons as to why that Kriesler did that. So not having a grounded 6.3 volt supply for Manuel's boards, I thought, well, I'll make up my own power supply, totally independent. And the other thing I needed was, I have a relay in here, a switching relay, which you'll see in a moment, that I needed 12 volts for. And, well, we don't have a good, easy 12 volts here. You can use buck converters and all those. No, I don't need anything with noise on it. We need linear in this case. So that's why I chose a transformer, a normal transformer, linear regulated power supplies for 12 and 5. But I'll show you all this. I'm going to bring you in on our little mobile fella now, and I'll show you just what I've done. Okay, so let's have a closer look at this. And, well, I think it's nearly turn on time and see if it works. Right, guys, well, you'll have to excuse some of my shaking with this. I'm not the best at holding a camera. Now, on the front panel here, we can see that we've got our sockets along here, and we've got a switch. Okay, that's our Bluetooth switch. This one is microphone in, and this was tape in. Now, they're actually left and right channel. That's all it is comes in on the gram side of things. So we're using the right gram input from there, switching it between the Bluetooth signal and the radio or the gram. Okay, so this still works, this microphone jack. So once we get this going, we've got to fix the microphone, because we probably need to karaoke this for sure. Over here, well, you've got output, record output, and external speaker output if you want to go down that track. So the switch does a couple of things. It switches our 5 volts on and off at our power supply. Okay, it's just a make-break switch. And the other switch switches a relay. Now, we go over here. Here's our relay down in here. And that relay switches between our lamp, normal lamp, and blue LEDs. Okay, that's the sole purpose of that relay, to switch between blue so you know it's on Bluetooth and the other lamp. And I thought that was a pretty nifty idea rather than just a switch with nothing else happening. You do need a blue lamp somewhere. Okay, so that's a 4-pole, double position, 2-position, and Bluetooth and Bluetooth off. Back to radio, or back to gram. Now, if we do have it on radio, on there, this still activates, but there's no audio. The audio is switched through to radio, but it still will light the blue lights up. So I didn't go into this switch and do more switching. If you want to listen to Bluetooth, it's push gram, turn it on. Turn it on, turn it off rather, and you have the gram. I'm sorry about the shaking. Righto, over here. Well, this is an interesting device. Now, this is our umbilical cord. It goes up and into the back of the chassis over there to our switch arrangement and the relay. This is 12 volts and 5 volts open closed from the relay. And this is our audio. This is a 4-pin DIN. This one is a 5-pin DIN. So they can't be swapped around. And now, look, sitting up the top here. And inside this, if we can, let me just show you here. Okay, it's a standard little power supply arrangement. So there we have plus 12 on this side, and we've got plus 5 on that side. So that's our 5-volt supply switched to our Bluetooth module, and this is 12-volt supply, and it just goes up our cable to energize the relay via the switch on the front of the gram. Okay, and just a small 12-volt transformer. That's about all there is to this. Not much at all. And there's our Bluetooth module. Sits up there. I did toy with the idea of mounting this another way, but I do like the aerial up in the air. It will just give it a lot more range. And of course, when you're building these, if you build them, put a fuse in them. Okay, this is our 240-volt line, and he runs directly from the gram output of our power supply, hence it's switched when you turn the unit on. Otherwise, it doesn't have power on it all the time. Okay, so we go to those two. This one on the edge and the center. And that's our gram motor, and it only activates when we activate our gram switch. Okay, so otherwise there is no power going to our little board over here. Alright, I hope I've explained that well, reasonably well. I'm sorry about the shaky footage and everything, because I had all this recorded and one file accidentally got deleted on the computer, and all this was documented as I was doing it, and we've lost it. So this is the second catch up. All right, enough of that. Let's put this camera back on the tripod and see, is this going to work? Have we got any sound? As you can see, got me two little speakers there. Let's give it a go. Now, at least the camera's going to stay steady while I do this. Dim bulb. Okay, that's on. All the dim bulb is doing is supplying power to our little power supply over here, to the transformer over here. This isn't going yet. I'm just about to switch this on, and this one is direct power. Okay, here we go. Okay, all the lights are on. And we'll put him on radio so that we can hear when this comes up. He's warming up. Tremendous for our local community. So I do want to give a shout out to our palliative care team who go out there. Put it on, Graham. Let's see. This switch should start our Bluetooth module. Now, on the Bluetooth module, you probably won't see it from there. Certainly not, but there's a little blue LED on him. Let's see if it's going to work. And, of course, we should hear something. Yes. Okay. And we're connected to my phone. Okay. Now, we can't play too much of this, can we? Okay. Here we go, guys. What are we going to play is... I do have Michael Jackson here, and we better not play too much of this. Oh, yes. This sounds brilliant, but we can't play too much. And this we can't have too much bass going with this one either. Okay, left speaker. And we've got that one. Guys, we've got no left speaker. Okay, we've got no left speaker because my ground wires come off the speaker. You could have told me that. Okay. Now we've got something. And that's going to sound $1 million when this thing goes back in the cabinet. It all works. You can probably see our blue light over here blinking. Turn it off. And it goes back to our normal lights. Turn it on. Everything turns blue here and connects up and plays. And believe me, there is no hum. There is nothing there. If we pause that, that is full volume. There is zero hum. So that's good. This setup works extremely well. As far as loudness concerned, yes, there's plenty of volume there. So we didn't need a preamp, and the little board that you've saw me made up before with the preamp on it. I think it uses a TL072 of Manuel's. So you've probably seen me, a couple of grams ago when we've done another Bluetooth. This one is totally separate. Actually, I really like this setup. So I like linear power supplies, and I don't like really using the 6.3, but if one side's grounded, the other side's live, you can use 6.3 off your valves. But I didn't want to interfere with this one. These units are designed for extremely low hum, anything coming from the 6.3 volt line. We also have a balancing pot, which we'll look into down here, that you adjust to set minimal balance on the 6.3 volt line for hum. And believe me, there is nothing there at the moment. So what else have we got here? And we won't play too much of that either. I've got to back the bass off on those poor little speakers too. Guys, That's amazing. Truly amazing. Love it. And now we're going to get on with putting this unit back into the cabinet. We can put our turntable back in the cabinet. Now, what else we've got to do? We've got a speaker to fix yet. As you saw, hole in the speaker. And what else has got to be done to it? Only the front grill cloths, as you saw, were missing. We have ordered cloth. Not quite the original, but very, very close. So, guys, that's it for this video. I just wanted to share the Bluetooth experience to make sure everything works, and it does, and it works perfectly. So, yeah, that's it for the video. If you like this one and it helps you, give us a thumbs up. Very important. And subscribe if you haven't done already. And, well, once again, if it helps you, shove me a coffee or a super thanks or something to keep the channel going and keep stuff like this going, showing you how I set it up. It's a basic setup, this one, especially the power supply. You can look up anywhere on the YouTube how to build a power supply. I'm not going into the basics of that. It's just a little, actually, it's a kit from J-Car Electronics in Australia. That's all it is. And it works perfectly. And, well, you've always got a separate power supply then. Trouble is, you've got to have the room. And we've got plenty of room. Okay, guys. Catch us on the next one. Bye for now.